Welcome back to Everything Whiskey. I'm Callum.
And I'm Sam.
And today we're reviewing Wild Turkey 101.
Alrighty, so Wild Turkey 101, this is not a new one for us at all. We've tasted this quite a few times, but we thought it's time to review it because, I mean, it's just, I don't know, it's a fantastic bourbon for the value. Like, you don't find bourbons this price, especially in Australia, with these, you know, flavour notes and with this proof. 101 being the proof, so it's 50.5% alcohol. And this one is at least 6 years aged. And, I mean, there's nothing to complain about this at all.
Yeah. Main reason I bought this is because the Everything Whiskey, the Whiskey Try video about the best budget bourbons or something like that. And this was number one.
But also, Wild Turkey has quickly become one of our absolute favourite distilleries. Not because of, like, I don't know, what they're doing, like anything that interests us aside from the actual taste of their whiskey. Like, Rare Breed, amazing. Russell's Line, all amazing. Like, I don't know.
Even
like
the basic ones are all
the basic
tasty.
ones, they're good. Like, the only thing we've had from them that we didn't like was the Wild Turkey Rye. But that was before we even liked bourbon when we first tasted that. So we should probably give that a re-go to give it a fair shot. But just everything they do, we just seem to like it. I think it's their mash bill, their flavour profile. It's just good.
Long Branch was average, but I mean...
That's influenced by Matthew McConaughey. That's his one, isn't it?
I think so, yeah.
I don't know.
But I mean, it was still nice. It just wasn't one of my favourites.
This one, I can say a lot of nice kind of black tea, green tea, almost spiciness, like some herbal notes. I'm not sure if that's anything to do with the mash bill, like rye, with the rye percentage, but it's also got like a really classic bourbon nose and palate to it as well. So it's got a lot of brown sugar and apple and stuff like that.
Black pepper.
Bit of black pepper. Getting a little bit of peanut butter. Nothing like how I got on that Elijah Craig, but still just a hint. Just a waxy nut.
A little bit of dark fruit as well, just a touch.
Yeah, like some raisins.
Raisins,
Sultanas.
Same thing.
Yeah, it's just...
I love this nose, it's so good.
It's just such a classic bourbon. I don't know, there's nothing to complain about with this. How much is this one?
50 bucks, I think. 55, 60, maybe? Yeah.
I mean, for Australia, that's good. Just, you know, adjust in your currency, but Australia, that's good for bourbon. Especially for a 6-year-old, 50% whiskey. Yeah, the nose is just classic.
It's this complex as well, yeah.
It's just so good. I surprisingly think I prefer this to the Rollins Creek.
You know what I in terms of a bourbon, I mean, we just came off the Rowan's Creek. Before this, we reviewed the Rowan's Creek, and that's a completely different bourbon. I would put it in its own category, away from bourbon, even though
it had like it's got a bit of similarity to this, except for this thing that takes it away from other bourbons that I've ever tasted. This kind of winey port finish note. This, I don't know.
It's just a classic bourbon.
Good classic bourbon. There's nothing I can say about this. Like it's got a little extra kind of like herby, like herbal kind of notes going on, but it's still nothing that curves away from a typical kind of like bourbon flavor note curve. Like it's pretty similar. It doesn't deviate. It's just well done. You know.
I don't think I could fault this in any way.
Not at all.
I'm trying to think of something that's not perfect. Like if it's
it's just I don't know. It sits too like. I don't know, it just sits too classically in what you would expect from a good bourbon to be critiqued in for any particular thing, you know? Like if you critique this for something, you're critiquing, 80% of bourbons that people love. So it just sits there in this really good kind of, I don't know, it's the middle of the Venn diagram kind of thing. Like it just hits a lot of points for a lot of people. I feel like the palate is more classic than the nose. Those herbal notes are a lot lighter in the palate than the nose. A lot more brown sugar in the palate.
I love the finish of this as well. It just lingers with all those brown sugar
some honey,
vanilla,
those
caramel.
spices just like dance around on your tongue.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like we need to be introducing we did for a bit. I think we need to be putting some water in our whiskeys and stuff. We did it for a bit and then we just stopped because we forgot. Got lazy.
Should we just do it
that again? No, not this episode. We're doing another one. Which again, too lazy. We'll do it though. But I don't know. I just think this is a good one to put water in because I have done it before and it reminded me because it opens up even more. But this proof, I don't know. It's a perfect bourbon to be honest.
I want to buy the Kentucky Spirit next, I reckon.
That's the one that looks like the rare breed.
Yeah, but it's the
like blue core.
I think it's the upper class version of
the 101. Yeah, I think that's what I read too. It's the like selected barrels that kind of like meet the criteria for the Kentucky Spirit.
Yeah, that's one of my next purchases. I reckon it's $120. So it's not exactly cheap, but
same as Rollins though.
Yeah, exactly the same price. But 101 is such a perfect bourbon. What can possibly go wrong from even more handcrafted?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like,
it's just someone like paying even more attention to like flavors and stuff. So I don't know. Like to be honest, I can't recommend this enough to go ahead and buy it.
For sure,
it's just it should live on your bar cart if you like good classic bourbons. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Everything Whiskey. Hope you liked it. If you did, leave us a like. Maybe give us a sub if you want to see future videos from us. We've linked all of our socials below. See you in the next one. Cheers.